Well, 27 years ago, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. MS is a neurological disease that inhibits the communication from the brain to the rest of the body. Your brain will say, do this, and the body says, I ain't doing it. So that is the disease that I have. When I was first diagnosed with MS, there was no treatment for this disease. Over the years, there's been multiple drugs that have been introduced that are called disease-modifying drugs that are supposed to prolong and slow down the progression of the disease. However, there is no cure for multiple sclerosis. Dr. Doug Stewart at the MS Center of Atlanta once made a statement at a conference. He said, MS is different for everyone, but everyone with MS has one thing in common. MS is permanent. The first few years after I was diagnosed with MS, you couldn't even tell there was anything wrong. I looked like everybody else and acted like everybody else. But then in 1994, my legs started to fail. And so I started to fall and to trip, and the disease progressed, just like what they said it would. I went from a cane to a walker to a scooter. One day after work, I was putting the scooter on the back of the van, had a ramp on the back of the van, put it on the van, tied it down, and would use my hands to balance myself on the side of the van to get to the driver's seat so I could go home. Well, that day I tripped and I fell. And as I was laying in the parking lot, I realized that I had just become the new poster boy for the commercial, "Help, I've fallen and I can't get up." And there I was. Thankfully, I had a cell phone, and I could call into the office and had some guys come, and they were able to help me up and to put me in my van. As I sat in the front seat of the van, I began to cry. Not because of the pain, but a deep weeping like I've never had in my life. And I cried out to God, and I said, "God, I've had enough. Either take this away from me or take me. It's too much." And then just as a friend would be talking to another friend, I heard him say, "Tim, I'm not going to take it away from you. I gave it to you. It is a gift from me for you to use to tell people about me." We're coming up to gift giving and receiving season. That was one gift I had to think about. Could I re-gift it? I didn't think so. And so I had a decision to make. Would I live for God, or would I try to hide from the world? God reminded me of one of my heroes. This person, too, asked God for the same thing I asked for. He asked that God would take away his disability. And I am so thankful that the Holy Spirit led him to write down his response from God. It's found in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 9 and 10. "But he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, and difficulties, for when I am weak, then I am strong. I still have MS, but MS does not have me. Today I'm weak and weary, wondering if I can go on. But you said your strength is perfect, and when I'm weak you're strong. So here I am. When I feel my strength is fading and I can't take one more step, that's when I sense your awesome presence and gladly accept a helping hand. Oh, 'cause when I can't, you can turn stumbling feet to steps of faith. And when I can't, you can turn slurring speech to song. And when I can't, you can turn doubt and fear into a brand new start. You understand. And when I can't, you can. Some days it seems I'm better, yet others get me down. And when I struggle just to make it, you turn around my frown, 'cause you're still there. And the strength I find in your word has caused my faith to grow. And as I press on toward the finish, I want everyone to know I'll not despair. No, no. 'Cause when I can't, you can turn stumbling feet to steps of faith. And when I can't, you can turn slurring speech to song. And when I can't, you can turn doubt and fear into a brand new start. You understand. And when I can't, you can. So I will trust in you, Lord, with all my heart, and lean not upon my own understanding. In all my ways I'll acknowledge you and let you direct my path, and let you direct my path. 'Cause when I can't, you can turn stumbling feet to steps of faith.